behalf of the OC Foundation and the OC Alumni Association, I'm very pleased to welcome you to the Harvey Theater for our third event of the 2019 Alumni Speaker Series. We always like to start these things with a quick show of hands. Who here is an alum? Awesome. All right, thanks so much for staying connected with the college, and welcome to everybody. We do have a couple of things I want to bring to your attention. We have some sign-in sheets. Hopefully you all signed in as you came in. And we would love for everybody to give us your email addresses so that we can keep you informed of events like this. We have a bi-weekly e-news called The Lookout, and it's a great way to stay up to date on what's going on here at the college. If you have not been here before and you want to access the restrooms, when you go out the door, turn right and go toward the exit, and they're to the right of the stairwell. Also, I want to make sure everybody has the two handouts that Beth has for you. They're going to be used during the presentation, and if you don't have them, they're right by the door as you come in. And then also, it wouldn't be a foundation event if we didn't have a prize, so I hope you all put your name in for the drawing, and at the end of Beth's presentation, we will draw for some fabulous prizes. BCAT is filming tonight, and so there is a little handout with dates for when this will be shown, and so if there is anybody who couldn't make it tonight and you would like to pass that along, please do so. Tonight's presentation is Dream Building, the Art and Science of Your Becoming by Beth Wolfe. Beth is a professional speaker, she's a certified life mastery consultant, and she's also an adjunct OC professor of personal wellness and health science. For more than 3 decades, she's combined her educational, medical, and consulting skills to help people transform their lives in the US and around the world. She's worked with OC athletes, she's worked with Olympians, and she's also taught at Mother Teresa's Home of the Destitute in India, and she's provided physical rehabilitation to Haitian earthquake victims. She has a bachelor's degree from the University of Puget Sound with an emphasis in education, athletic medicine, health, and biology. She also has been a board-certified and licensed athletic trainer for 36 years and owns her own consulting and life coaching business, BW Global Solutions. I'm exhausted just hearing all of these things. Her approach is inspirational, it's collaborative, it's direct, and it helps individuals use their dreams to ignite their personal and professional goals. This approach has equipped her clients with proven, repeatable principles that create a life and career they truly love living. She's asked that you hold your questions until the end, and we've put a microphone at the back. We would really appreciate it if you'd use that. Since BCAT's filming, it really helps for everybody to hear your questions as well as the answers. She's also willing to hang around after the presentation if anybody wants to talk to her. So now please join me in welcoming Beth Wolfe. Thank you.
Okay, welcome, way to come and invest in yourselves. I'm gonna just do a little house cleaning, the mom in me that comes on there. Put that right over there. It is an investment of your time to be in this place at this moment. And it's also an investment that you're here for a reason. You're here for a purpose. You heard about this, it was a calling. You're not here by coincidence, but you're really here by appointment from your own heart. And so it is an honor and privilege that I get to serve each and every one of your dreams tonight. So give yourself a round of applause and say thank you for coming. All right, well, let's get started with Dream Building, the Art and Science of Your Becoming. And I'm going to be going back and forth from my Mac since we don't get to do a presenter view up here, so you'll see me go back and forth from technology to technology here. So, my intention this evening, it's always good to have an intention. Sometimes we can go through life with no intentions and we have the phraseology of, well, I'll just see what happens. Well, we're not going to do that tonight. I am going to help you give greater clarity for your goals and your dreams. And I'm also going to give you 3 tools to help you achieve those. Out of 10 Dream Builder principles, you guys are going to walk away tonight with 3 of those. And then finally, my last intention is that you feel even more confident in your ability. So, you guys ready to get started? Yes, yes? Let's hear a yes, yes. I love it. I will be asking for more and more involvement with you guys as we go on. First of all, are you fully aware that you have the power of a vision within you? Do you? Let's see you raising your hand. Do you have the power of a vision within you? Yes. And I'm going to share 3 keys to mastering your results. Would you like that? Yes. I definitely would. Well, a million dreams we are going to make. And one of my favorite all-time movies is The Greatest Showman. Has anyone seen that movie before? And I don't know if you're aware of, but Walt Disney talked about a dream is a wish your heart makes. And I want to share a little bit of that movie with you, but I'm going to introduce you to a young artist. Her name is Claire, and she's 6 years old. And she's going to sing a song for us. I'm going to bring it up for us and let you enjoy it. And my invitation to you right now is to go back when you were a kid. Go back when you were a little boy or a little girl, and that imagination that you could do anything, anytime, anywhere, and there wasn't someone telling you, well, how are you going to do that? So if you could just put aside that we are in our own creation crucible at this time. Is everybody tapped in to the little boy or little girl? You got it tapped in? Okay, awesome. Well, let's get this and hear from little Claire. I'm going to go back and forth the little screens here a little bit.
I close my eyes and I can see the world is waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design.
A million I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see.
'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head.
A million dreams are keeping me
A million dreams, a million dreams.
I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I sing. A million dreams is all it's gonna say. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Amazing, huh? Isn't that a great performance by such a little girl? She started when she was 4 years old, and now you're looking at her at a 6-year-old. But one of the reasons why I chose that, again, is for you to be in touch with your childlike wonder. And so I would invite you, as we spend this hour together, that you keep that always with you in this hour, is that childlike wonder. One of the things that is going to actually propel your visions and your dreams is to know the language of success. And there's a little story I want to tell you about a mother mouse and her 3 little babies. And there was this mother mouse, and as she was walking out into the neighborhood with her 3 little babies behind her, she came around the corner and saw this big, huge cat. And to protect her 3 little babies, she reared up as strong as she could and mustered a voice and looked at that cat and went, ruff, 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 ruff. And the cat got scared and ran off. And she turned to her little babies behind her and she said, see, now never underestimate the power of learning a new language. So what's the point of that? Is what can we learn tonight about a new language, a transformational language? And as you heard in the introduction, I've spent time in India and I've spent time in Haiti. And when I was in Haiti, they speak a language called Creole. They would translate from Creole to Spanish. Now, I've had 3 or 4 years of Spanish, but they didn't translate to English. And so here I am working with earthquake victims, and they speak Creole. And in order for me to really help them and serve them, I got to learn a bit of Creole. So I had this little language of success in Creole. And then they would translate it into Spanish. And we were actually able to really be successful with those people by having a whole new language. So are you guys open to learning a new language tonight? Transformational language? Are you in? All right, awesome, awesome. Be in, that's great. So with that, have you guys, ask you a good question. How many of you ever achieved a goal or a dream? Yeah, excellent. And with that, raising your hand if you have some area of your life that you would like to improve tonight. One area, maybe just one? Excellent. I know I do. And in that area, we have 4 different areas. Now we got the mic moving, don't we? And what I want to bring up to is, and you guys are probably wondering what I'm looking for. And, you know, as we grow in age, you know how that nearsighted, you know, you can't see things quite up close and personal? Yeah, that's what begins to happen. And one of the things that I want to share with you is, since you know that you have created and achieved some of your goals and dreams, you already know that you're capable of far more than you know. And I want to say to you tonight that you are far greater than your circumstances, conditions, and situations. Would you be willing to believe that? Good, good. So did this little guy. Pretty amazing. And believe it or not, our goals and dreams are often born out of challenges we face. And the challenges that we may face, how many of you right now, in this place, in this day, in this moment, are experiencing a challenge in your life? Currently, right now, in this time. It may be in health, it may be in relationships, it may be in your career, and it also may be in time and money freedom. You may be experiencing that. Well, there's two signals of growth, believe it or not, that come out of challenges, and I myself ignored those for decades. And I want to introduce to you tonight that one of the biggest signals of growth is your longing. One that we may tend to ignore, push down, and that is really, a longing is something we haven't yet created. The second signal of growth is a discontent. And a discontent is really our current circumstances that we have right now, and they are actually a spark for growth in you. So the papers that you have in front of you right now, what I'd like you to do is, I'd like you to actually, with your own pen and paper, is write down a couple longings and discontents that you have right now, your current experiences. Go ahead and take the time to write those down right now. What's going on in your life? What are your longings? What haven't you created? What's sparking growth in you right now? One of the things with longing and discontents is they're really a message from, we really live in a universe that is all about an upward spiral of becoming. How many of you guys have walked down the sidewalk, and I don't know how a blade of grass does this, but it grows up in this tiny little crack in the middle of nowhere. You're just kind of like, I don't even see any dirt under you, I don't know how you get water, but there you are, that blade of grass. And it really is these longings and discontents that really are the same thing in the universe that spurs this growth in us. So I want to tell you a little bit about my own story, my own longings and discontents. And one of the questions I have for myself, the power of the question, is, where's my greatness? When I was about 6 years old, my mom came to pick me up. She worked as a dental assistant. She came to pick me up, and one of her friends, Alice Jones, babysat me, this tall, skinny Texan lady. And she walks in and she goes, Maxine, I'm so glad you're here. Oh, what happened? I don't know about you, but I have never met a 6-year-old that has intimidated me before, but your little Bethy intimidated me. And my mom goes, oh my God, what did she do? I can't put my finger on it, but she's just really intimidating. And you probably should talk to her. Well, my mom, just being a great mom, I can recall her taking me out to the car and just goes, Beth Ann, I don't know what you did, honey, but you just need to turn it down. And at that moment, I want you guys to connect maybe a moment in your life. Was there a moment in your life that somebody said something, and really out of love and care for you, to just turn your greatness down? Just a little bit. You're just a little too much. And so I turned it down. For decades, turned it down. I even married someone that I thought my mom and dad would love. I mean, I really enjoyed him, but, I began to see that I really wasn't living the life I wanted to live, and that I had turned my greatness down. So, a couple couple decades, about 25 years, I completed a marriage. And I gave birth to two amazing daughters. One is 23 and 20 right now. And I made a decision. On October 31st, 2015, I decided to move out and leave a life that I had built for 25 years and with children. And I can say that I did it scared. I was really afraid. There's a couple of reasons why I was afraid. Probably the number one, and it still chokes me up a little bit today, is my daughters and my relationship with them. I knew it would change. My oldest daughter was in college. That's cool. Wow. I don't know how you did that, Steve. That's cool. I'm like, why would I die? Woo! And so my oldest daughter at college and my youngest daughter going into high school and no longer living in the house with my youngest daughter and not having the greatest contact. One of the things that I was afraid of was my relationship with them would be really different. And it was. They didn't talk to me for 2 years. Yeah. I feel it right here. I do. And that was hard. That was really hard. I cried a lot. And leaving scared was also, I generated about Isn't this cool? I'm wondering if outer space is tell me if you see aliens. One of the other things that I was scared about is no health insurance, no dental insurance. And guess how much I was generating a year? $80,000. Even with my degree. I had my teaching degree, had my athletic training, but I had chosen to stay home and be with my daughters. I wanted to be with them. I work part-time, and so I did it scared. And since I didn't have full-time employment, people don't want to rent a home to someone that doesn't have full-time employment. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but they didn't. Even though I had, in the divorce settlement, I had quite a bit of money in the bank, the aliens are coming. I'm so excited. And so what I did is I rented a room in a house with a friend, and for 2 years I stayed there and did it scared. And there was many nights that my pillow was drenched with tears, and I really didn't know what to do. So what I began my search in the world. Here's the choice, Beth. You can go back to public teaching, you can go into sports medicine clinics that you were in, and then I asked myself a question. Well, what would I love? And I went back to that little girl when I was 6 years old, and I tapped into her and said, what would you love, Beth? And I'm like, I love being an inspirational person, unlocking greatness in people. I love inspiring people. I was always the kid on the team that got the inspirational award. And so what I did is I began to travel the United States and checking out every coaching institute I could. Tony Robbins, Jack Canfield, Bob Proctor, Brendon Bouchard. I went to High Performance Academy. I received coaching with them. I invested tens of thousands of dollars on my quest. And don't you love the airplane I used? I got on this bike. I got a book. I had all the information above me. And what I began to do was reignite my greatness. And it wasn't easy. And again, during this time, my daughters are still not talking to me. They are navigating this divorce in their own way. And they did a great job. They did a really great job. I got into some support and structure. And so my very last coaching institute that I went to check out, one of the phrases that I said to myself was I want to be with the best. I want to be with the premier transformational coaching institute in the world. Well, little did I know that the institute that I finally got accepted to with an oral and written interview was with Mary Morrissey. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of her, but she has been studying self-development for 40 years. She has spoken at the United Nations on 3 different times with the Dalai Lama. She's met with Nelson Mandela. She's worked with the Martin Luther King family, as well as the Gandhi children. This woman is 5'2", but has extraordinary energy and discipline of this transformational language. Well, there's something that happened to my heart there that ignited my greatness. And Mary came over to me. It was almost like right over here on the stage. She'd come off the stage and she was saying hi to people, and she came out to me. I really didn't know her that well yet. And she put her hands on my cheeks, and she looked into my eyes, and she said, Beth, people are waiting for you. And I want you to know, when you don't believe in yourself, you can borrow my belief. You can borrow my belief. I was like, oh my gosh. But she has this kind of belief in me. And that she's willing to allow me to borrow a belief. That's a phrase I haven't heard before. I've heard of, like borrow some sugar, but not borrow some belief. But that resonated in me, and it reignited me that I had somebody believing in me. Because by that time, completed 25 years of marriage, my daughters are not talking to me. I'm renting a room. And I'm going to show you a picture of the house that I moved from and that I actually built myself, a general contractor did. So this was a big thing to my heart, big thing. Well, believe it or not, Mary Morrissey and the Dream Builder principles that I'm sharing with you tonight, and you get to leave here with 3 of them out of the 10, she taught me how to hold a vision. She taught me how to blueprint my dream. She taught me how to bridge it, and she taught me how to build it. And she taught me how to hold my vision of a new, healthy, vibrant, amazing relationship with my daughters. And there was times that I didn't believe it was going to happen. So you know what I did? I borrowed her belief. And 2 years later, this is the first time we were together in the Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. We went, Ellie and I, my younger daughter in the glasses, we flew down and picked up Maddie to drive her home. And that was the first time 3 of us had been together in 2 years. That's a happy mom, isn't it? Yeah. I also made my dream welcome. And soon after that, we were at the Mariners game together. You can see Maddie's fiance there with her, Beau. And we also, went to Seattle, had great dates, and I can say that even today, Mattie, my eldest daughter, is now graduated in here, and my younger daughter, Ellie, we have an amazing relationship. And I did it through the Dream Builder principles. I could not have done that without this. And I'm so excited. My younger daughter's coming to town this weekend. We're going to spend a great day in Seattle this weekend. Early celebration of Mother's Day and celebrating Ellie's birthday. So, knowing these principles, knowing the success language, if you work it, it definitely works. Pretty good. And look at that great food. That is the corporate office at Starbucks over in Seattle. All right, as I promised you guys, 3 keys to mastering your results. And what I'm going to talk about are 4 different domains for you guys tonight. So as you are looking at this, we have primarily health and well-being, relationships, vocation, or you can call it your vocare, your career, your creative expression, And then time and money freedom. I know sometimes in the United States we don't know what that time freedom is, do we? No. Got it. So with that, I'm going to play a little numbers game with you. And you should have in front of you a handout with numbers. And I am going to help you. We're going to play a game. Are you guys ready? Do you guys like games? Who likes games? Okay, good. Yay! Game people showed up. I love it. Now, so you got that numbers, and they're the number 1 through 50 on that sheet of paper. The game that you get to play is I want you to circle 1, and then find 2, and then find 3, and then find 4, and then find 5 as fast as you can. And I'm going to give you a minute. Okay? Don't start yet. Yeah. Did you cheat? Don't start yet, and we're going to play a game and see how good you are at finding random numbers on a paper. Are you guys ready? Okay. Go. 1 minute. I'll let you know when you got 10 seconds. You guys are so awesome. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, 10 seconds. That's what I did when I first did this. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pencils down. Okay, good work. How many of you guys got up to number 15? 15 or more? Awesome. How many of you guys got 20 or more? 20 or more? Ooh, whoa. How about 25? Wow, 30? Got some rock stars in here. All right. So part of the success language, remember I talked to you about, the more I learned a little bit of Creole, the more I learned a little bit of Spanish, I was really able to serve the patients in Haiti better. So would you guys like to know a secret? Okay, take your paper. Now the other side has the same thing. And what I want you to do is first fold your paper in half, the fat way, not the long way. Yes, just like that. Perfect. Okay. Excellent. Now fold it in half again. Is it supposed to be one? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna. Perfect. I don't know why I don't have one up here with me, but I don't. All right, so now open up like that. Now if you look at it, let's say on your piece of paper, okay? So the upper right-hand corner, you find number 1. Now go to the upper left-hand corner, see number 2. And then the bottom 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See the pattern? Yeah. All right, you ready to do it again? So flip it over. I'm going to give you another minute. Ready? Go. You guys are sailing now. Woo! Coming up on 10 seconds. Four, 3, 2, 1, pens down. How many of you guys did better? Better than. Yes, better, yes, yes. How many of you guys got 30 or more? Wow. 40? 45? 50? Yeah, that's awesome. See, some of you guys got all of them. Congratulations. That is fantastic. That was a pretty fun game, wasn't it? Yes, yes. Now, the purpose of this is to show you that once you learn a pattern and you increase your awareness of something new, that you actually can improve your results. I can remember a story that Mary shared about her granddaughter. She said her granddaughter was in kindergarten. She goes, Grandma, guess what? I can add 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, and I can get 25. This is really cool. Mary's like, that's awesome, honey. And so then she goes and visits again, and Mary goes to her granddaughter, well, I can use 2 5s and get 25. And her little granddaughter goes, no, you can't. He goes, no, yes, you can. And you guys know the answer to this. Now, Mary's introducing to her granddaughter an awareness beyond addition, but multiplication. And so now there's a whole new way, and it's quicker, and it's a quantum leap. And this is a little bit what you're learning tonight is a success language of transformation that you could actually create results that you would love, maybe just a little bit faster, because we are kind of moving out of what they used to really hold on to with Newtonian physics, and we're jumping more into manifesting with the quantum physics of Albert Einstein. Everything is energy. All of us are energy. We're all sitting in energy, and so what we're thinking and feeling determines our actions and results. So I'm going to share with you a success formula, result formula, that first and foremost we all have in our thoughts. Everything is created twice. First in form and then in thought. The very chair that you're sitting in right now, someone thought of that, created that. The very theater that we're in right now, someone thought of this. They blueprinted it before it was ever built. And I love just looking at the chasm of this stage, that if we look at the dream building principles, that over on this side of the stage is your blueprinting, and over on this side of the stage is your building. And in between, we see the gap. And typically within the gap is some principles that I'm going to introduce to you in dream building tonight. And most often, we're able to vision and blueprint our dream, but we don't know how necessarily to begin to build it. And so there's such a big gap that a lot of times we just sit down right over there and just stay there. And we don't really get to know how to come from this. So I'm going to give you an amazing dream builder principle that's going to help you in this gap tonight. So from our thoughts, we create feelings, okay? And from our feelings, we create actions. And from that, we get our results. Now, if you're sitting and thinking about something really sad, and pretty much we kind of slouch and we're not smiling, our bodies basically manifest that thought into feeling, and then we have the action and the result. But if we're thinking about something happy, then we might sit up a little bit straighter. We might have a slow fish, we might see a little spark in the eye, we might hear aliens come in again. But our actions and our results will be different. One of the cool things about this result formula is that if you don't care for your results right now, guess what you can do? You can change them. Isn't that cool? You can change them through your thoughts and your feelings. And remember with my daughters, even though I didn't have a relationship with them for 2 years, I was able to hold the thought, hold the feeling, and then when my daughter actually said yes, that I could fly to Phoenix, Arizona, and drive 2 hours up to Flagstaff and actually visit her, I was able to do that. I definitely did. It was one of the best visits I had ever had with my daughter. So one of the things that I want to teach you tonight is also about not just looking at the results formula, and I want to go back to that real quick, because this is really one of the laws of the universe. It's called cause and effect. Cause and effect. You can see it right there. Sometimes we think that things are being produced outside of ourselves, but not so much. So let's tune in to your attention. And I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to tune into this, so you don't get a minute. What I want you to do is pick a color that you see somewhere in this theater right now. And I just want you to pick a color, and I want you to look all around this theater for about 10 seconds and see if you can find more and more of that color. Okay? Just pick a color. Look around. Okay? Got it? All right, close your eyes. Now open them and find everything that's green. Were you guys looking for green? Who's looking for green? A few of you, so you had that, but the rest of you weren't aware of that because you weren't necessarily tuned into it. So what you're tuned into is what you think about and what you feel, and that creates your actions and your results. And what you're thinking about actually expands. So one thing about quantum physics is they have learned that we are actually the observers of our lives, and that we really can create a life that we would love, and it has everything to do with what we're focusing on. So if you're focusing on what you don't want, guess what you get? You get more of what you don't want versus what you would love. Yeah. That is one of the first Dream Builder principles that I'm going to share with you tonight out of the 10 is designing a dream. So we're going to design a little bit of your dream tonight. One of the things that I also want to share with you as you are thinking about your dream is I am invited to many different places to speak and teach, and I love doing that. So if you are looking for an inspirational speaker and would love for me to come and visit your place of employment or your institution, just feel free to talk to me after this evening tonight, and I would love to look into how I can serve you with that. So, are you guys ready to design your dream? Yeah? Okay. Are you in? Put your hand on your heart. Say it. I'm in. I'm in. There we go. All right. All right. Designing a dream, we start with already this picture of a blueprint. And there is a very powerful question that I'm going to teach you tonight. You guys ready? What would you love? Have you heard that question before? How many of you guys have heard that question before? Awesome. So what I would like you to do right now, next to, remember you wrote down your longings and discontents, you got those? Remember, those are your, what are those? Your signals of growth. All right. So you've got your longings and your discontents. And we're going to use those to blueprint your dreams. Now, if we could wave a magical, all right, well, Walt Disney, we're creating the life that we would love. Out of the 4 domains that I have introduced to you tonight, I would pick one for our sake of time that we have tonight. And I would love for you to blueprint of what your life would look like in 3 years in that domain. Let's say it's your career. So one of the things I blueprinted, you heard about my career, is being a professional speaker, teacher, and coach. And I went from generating $8,000 a year, and the next year I 10x'd it using these principles. So what I would love for you to do right now is take about 30 seconds and design your dream. Okay, so start thinking about the opposite of that longing and discontent. If you could create anything that you want, This is the house that I actually built and general contracted, about a 5,400 square foot home. I love doing that. And guess what I had before I started building it? I had a blueprint. And that's one of the key principles in designing a dream is for you to be coming from your dream. It's not so much about getting to it, but coming from it. I never could begin to build this house unless I actually had a blueprint. Clarity is power. How often we are not clear on what we would really love? Somebody might ask you that question, well, what would you love in a healthy relationship? I don't know, somebody cool, be good, be fun. Well, does he have blue eyes? I don't know, maybe. Or you could ask the question of, would you love to build a house? Yeah, that'd be great. Well, what would it look like? I don't know. And so when we're producing that kind of vagueness, that's basically that cause and effect, you're going to get vagueness back in your life. So clarity produces power. So I'd like you to take about 30 seconds right now. And in that one domain, I'd like you to wave a magic wand, put on the wonder of your child, listen to little Claire in your mind, a million dreams that keep you awake at night. And I'd like you to take 30 seconds, no matter circumstances, conditions, or situations. And I'd like you to blueprint your dream right now. So go ahead and take 30 seconds. Write down opposite.
Did you say it right now?
30 seconds in one domain.
Okay.
Yeah. Good clarification. Thank you for that question. Doesn't matter the money, doesn't matter the time, doesn't matter your education. Inviting you to possibilities. Keep asking yourself, what would I love? What would I love if anything's possible? Excellent. Good. All right, let's move into our next dream building principle, and that is deciding for your dream. That decision part. We're over here. We blueprinted, and we're in the process of making a decision. And so I challenge you to dream tonight. That's part of the reason why you came tonight, is not only to know more, but you also came to be challenged. That you, stepping through those doors, you are a dream builder, or you wouldn't even be here. You wouldn't even have thought of coming if you didn't think that there was a possibility. So you've designed a dream, you've decided for it, and one of the things that Mr. Bob Proctor said is that there's a single mental move you can make, which in a millisecond will solve enormous problems for you. It has the potential to improve almost any personal or business situation you will ever encounter. And it could literally propel you down the path to incredible success. Would you guys love to know what that is?
Yes.
Yes, yes? The power of your decision is you get to decide. So often we are looking outside of ourselves rather than from within, and that our decision is really where the power begins, the power of a decision. I want to tell you a story about a man who went in the bank. Are you guys ready? Have you guys all gone in the bank before? I don't know if we do check cashing very much. We do them on our phone. But this man, he went into a bank and he had a check, and he had his check right there, and he went to the bank teller and he goes, "I'd like you to cash this check." And the bank teller goes, "Oh, okay, sure, you have your phone. Go ahead and sign it, and we'll endorse it, and we'll give you your money." And the man goes, "No, I'm not going to sign the check until you give me my money." And the teller goes, "That's not how it works." "Okay, well, fine, I'm not going to do this bank." So, he leaves the bank. Teller's like, see you later. Goes to another bank. Comes to this bank. Comes in, hey, am I gonna cash this check? Teller goes, yeah, just go ahead and sign it, and we'll go ahead and give you your money. No, I want you to give the money to me first. How do I know that you're gonna actually give me the money once I sign the check? How do I know you're just not gonna take my check and not give me the money? The teller's like, sir, that's how it works. It's always worked that way. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find another bank that's gonna do it differently than that. And the guy goes, no, I just don't trust you. So, okay, fine. So he goes to another bank, comes down, gets to another bank, comes in, hey, I'd like to cash this check. Teller goes, awesome, go ahead and just sign it, and we'll cash the check for you. He goes, no, I know, the other two bank tellers told me the same thing, but really, seriously, you've got to give me my money first before I'm gonna actually sign the check. This bank teller had it, and I don't know what was wrong. Picks a rubber bat, bonks the guy inside of it and says, sign that damn check. Sign the check, hands it over. What's the point of that story? He didn't get hit with a rubber baseball bat. But the point of the story is that you get to sign the check of your dream. Are you willing to sign the check of your dream? Are you willing to become your dream? Because not everything's going to come with you of who you are, what you are right now in this moment. So are you willing to become that person? And once you become that person and start moving in the direction, once you start gapping from blueprinting and you start bridging and taking those action steps, pretty soon things start showing up in your life and you can take inspired action. And once you step into that becoming your dream, guess what shows up? The money from the check, your dream. Yeah. So those 2 years that I was without my daughters, not even contact. Those 2 years that, what could I do with what I had from where I was at? Well, I didn't even have an address for my older daughter. So I got on Hallmark online and I got into e-cards. And I thought, well, I have an email for her. So when it became her birthday, I sent her an e-card. And you know what the coolest thing was? Gosh. I got to see that she opened it. She didn't respond to me. She emailed me back and go, Mom, thank you for thinking of me. I know I'm navigating this divorce. I know I'm not talking to you. It didn't matter to me. I got to see that she opened that email. It said, email open, and she read it. I'm like, yes! Oh, that's the beginning! You know? And do you think I did that scared? I did. That was part of the just, in this gap. And then I sent one for Thanksgiving, and I sent one to my younger daughter. And I could see that they could open them. I mean, I was so excited. It was such a little thing. So sometimes when we're dream building, it's those tiny little microscopic steps that are the most extraordinary steps that we can take. So are you guys willing to sign the check of your dream? If you are, say I'm in. Are you in? I want to hear you. I'm in. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, let's look at principle number 3. Again, you guys are learning 3 principles out of 10 in dream building tonight. And this one is about befriending your fear. Have you ever heard that phrase before? Befriend. I'm working on still saying it. How's that? Befriending your fear. Let's check into that. I got a dream. I got a vision. It's going great. I love it. You spend time thinking about it and drawing it out or, visioning it and having that time. And as you get closer to the dream and it's ready to take some action, all of a sudden, oh my God. I'm not sure I can do this. I've never done it before. Who do you think you are, Beth, that you can be this healthy, vibrant mom that has a brand new relationship with a young 20-year-old and a teenage daughter? Whoa, those mother-daughter relationships have never really worked really well. Who do you think you are? Another thing, who do you think you are that you can be a professional speaker, teacher, and coach and be in high demand? You've never done that before. You're not going to do that. Why don't you just go back over to this side and sit down? Better yet, just go back into the school district. But then, I'm not signing the check to my dream, am I? I'm not willing to become my dream. I'm not willing to let go of what doesn't serve my dream anymore. And sometimes, oh my gosh, what if I fail? And you know, when I first started out in this business, I give complimentary strategy sessions. I've set aside a certain amount each month. And I gave 25 strategy sessions. Guess how many clients I have to serve out of 25? Take a guess. No. 3. Get that? No.
Well,
0! 0! And so I was feeling that. Oh my gosh, I just invested all this money, all this time, Harry Morrissey put her hands on my cheeks. She told me that she believed in me and that people are waiting for me, but nobody's signing up. There's nobody waiting for me. You know, there's fear. Do you guys have that? Yeah? Do you guys have fear? Befriending fear. Great dream builders are willing to fail to rise again. So how many of you guys have kids? You got kids? Are they all walking? Are they all walkers? Okay, some are not, some, mine are walkers too. So when my girls were little, they're crawling around, they find a table, they crawl up to the table, they're seeing mom, walk around, like, oh, I'd like to do that. And they take a step, and they fall down. And I don't think Maddie and Ellie folded their arms and went, I'm not meant to be a walker. I'm not going to do it. No, I'm just going to sit here. No, they got back up again. Because both my girls are walkers today. I'm so proud of them. Way to go, Maddie and Ellie. And they have many other talents as well. But you know what? That's where a support system is great. And that we've got people believing in us. And that, look how happy that little boy is, that he's walking. And he didn't give up. So, don't give up on your dreams, just because you experience failure. Because fear and failure are prerequisites of achieving your dreams. I love the phrase that, we don't become skilled sailors in calm winds. Is anybody a sailor in here? Yeah, you don't. It's kind of more fun that you get to learn how to tack with the wind. I used to be an avid windsurfer, and friends would come over and they'd want to learn, and they'd get stuck way downwind. I'm like, you gotta tack to get back? And they're like, what's that? What's tacking? But learning a success language and how to tack and how to have the wind get into your sails, and the more you have clarity, the more power you're going to have with your decision. You're going to know when you're off course because you got the clarity of your dreams. Fear of failure is nothing but feedback. When a plane takes off and it's all computerized, we take off at SeaTac and we're going to maybe fly to, where would you guys like to fly to? Let's make up a dream. Where? St. Thomas? Oh, good. I'm going with you. We'll fly to St. Thomas, lovely Caribbean island. And they get up in the air, and what that airplane is doing constantly is course correcting on a constant basis. Same thing with sailing. you're course correcting. You know your destination, you know where you're going to come from. That's the key phrase. You know where you're coming from. That's what dream building is really about. Now, Steven Spielberg, he was rejected 3 times from the USC Film School, one of the greatest directors of all time. J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter novel, rejected 12 times from the publishing company. They kept going, they kept going. Even Oprah Winfrey was told, you are not suited for television, go away, you know? Michael Jordan, he was cut from his high school basketball team and went home and cried, played community college basketball. Hello, Olympic College. We could have professional athletes right here in our midst. There's lots of failures that have occurred. So when fears rise up in you, you're in this gap. What can you do? You reconnect to your dream. You reconnect to that blueprint. That's what's going to help you bridge the gap of where you are now and where you want to come from. And this is reconnecting to my dream. I actually have this beautiful vision part of the way through those 2 years. It came to me in a night, and it was like I was standing on the edge of the Grand Canyon, and Ellie was here, and Maddie was here. And it's like we jumped out of our bodies and became light. It's a little woo-woo. Will you guys do woo-woo? Like that? A little woo-woo tonight? Okay, good. And we just flew through the Grand Canyon together as 3 lights with no circumstances, conditions, or situation. They weren't in my life at the time. But you know what? When I went to visit Maddie, guess where we went? We went to the Grand Canyon. And we stood on the edge of the Grand Canyon. And we pretended Ellie was with us at the time. You know, Ellie still wasn't talking to me at that time. But there was something about that Grand Canyon. You know, it seemed like a Grand Canyon that I was looking at to be with my daughters. But yet, that's where we went and we flew around together and did woo-woo, you know? So connect to your dream. Connect to it. Connect to it in your heart. Do you know that in that results formula that I gave you, there's research that has shown that there is so much more energy that comes from our heart than our mind. 5,000 times more energy comes out from our heart area. It's a muscle, it's got an SA node, little pacemaker in there. So connecting to your heart is very, very important. Okay, there's power in that. Reconnect to your dream. All right, what did we cover tonight? Out of the 10 Dream Builder principles, you guys get to leave here with 3. The number 1 principle is design your dream. What was the secret question that you learned tonight? What would you love? What would I love? And that's a great question for you to ask. I actually have a 5-point test to see if your dream is actually big enough for you. Yeah, believe it or not, is it big enough for you? I'm going to tell you one of the questions of that to test your dream. You're going to want to write this one down. Does it give you life? Because one of the things that will get in the way with fear is fear will disguise itself like, oh, that's not very practical, though. What are you doing that for? Practicality, logic, reasoning. How are you going to do that? That's stupid, silly. That's woo-woo. You know? That's how fear disguises itself. It doesn't come right out like there's a lion going to eat you. So asking yourself, what would I love, and does it give you life? Second principle that you got to learn about deciding for your dream. Are you going to sign a check? Are you willing to become the person of that dream? Are you willing to become it? I was willing to become that vibrant, healthy mom for my daughters. They were my why. When I wanted to quit, I was like, you know, if I'm not going to be the model for my daughters, what chance do they have coming out of this completion of the marriage with their dad for 25 years? A fun dad, we went to work every day. You know, there's a lot of great things about him. It's just time for that to be completed. Third principle, befriend your fear. And know that it's not going to come to you like a lion, that it's going to be disguised for practicality and how you're going to do that. You've never done that before. What are you thinking? There's no way. One of the things with befriending fear is a key element would be, are you willing to put the how on hold and stay with the what? And the what is your dream. The what is right there. Are you willing to stay connected with that? One of the greatest inventors that we've ever had in this country, that we've known of, there's been many, but Thomas Edison and Albert Einstein. Do you want to know what their #1 success key was? They stayed with the question until they got an answer. They would go into the land of solution. Are you willing to stay with the question until the solution comes? Because it may not be here right now, but if you stick with it, it will come. And I have to give it to $3 with the free drawing we're going to be doing. There's some great questions. I'm going to gift 5 of you with some strategy sessions where I'm going to go through these dream builder principles with you, and you will leave that strategy session with even more clarity, and it will be very personal to you. The coaching that I do is evocative. Have you ever heard of that? It's not directive. I don't tell you what to do. Isn't that nice? Evocative is you come from questioning, and it comes out of what would you love? What's the pain you're having? What's the pleasure that you would love? Here's the gap. So it's basically your alchemy and your artistry. You get to create it. So are you willing to let your dream build you? That's what you want to ask yourself. I'm going to leave you with a quote, and I'm also going to leave you with a really cool another video from The Greatest Showman. But whatever you can do, or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. So with that, let me bring up this very last video for us to enjoy. And I bring up this last video because you're going to see a lot of misfits that have been thrown away from society. And I know that this movie actually, it took them about 13 years for it actually to be produced and for us to see it. And they talk about staying with the dream and staying with the question. So let's bring this up. I'm so proud of myself with technology.
Through your days, got your head hung low, your sky's a shade of gray. The zombie enemies,
2 please.
you're asleep inside, but you can shake awake, 'cause you're just a dead man walking. Think about your only option, but you can flick the switch and brighten up your darkest day. Sun is up and the color's blinding. Take the world and redefine it. Leave behind your narrow mind. You'll never be the same. Come alive, come alive. Go and light your light. Let it burn so bright. Reaching up to the sky, and it's open wide. Your legs with fire. The world becomes a fantasy, and you're more than you could ever be. 'Cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. Whoa, no, you can't go back again to the world that you were living in. 'Cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. So come alive. Oh. waiting.
For what?
For you. They don't know it yet, but they are gonna love you. Trust me. Tom! Up! I see it in your eyes. You believe that lie, that you need to hide your face. Afraid to step outside, so you lock the door. But don't you stay that way.
There ain't no shadow. You and me, we know how that goes.
'Cause once you see it, oh, you'll never be the same.
You'll be like this Friday. Bottle up, keep on shining.
You cannot be afraid. Come alive, going like your light. Yeah, it burns so bright. Reach it up to the sky, and it's only right. You're electrified, and the world becomes a fantasy when you're more than you could ever be. 'Cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open, and we know we can't go back again to the world that we were living in. 'Cause we're dreaming with our eyes wide open. So come alive.
This is bad.
Criminal, degrading. Circus, I like circus.
Hey, that's enough. Balls up. Inside, all right.
Look at him raw! We don't want your kind! Get out of here! A bunch of freaks! Your master's calling!
That's quite enough, sir.
Nothing more to look at.
We print this review in every paper in New York. Half-price tickets to anyone who brings it in.